when can one actually start giving his or all to Allah? Does it have to be at a particular age? Like at what point should you realize that, right, it's time for me to give my all to Allah?
I think it's from the moment of cognition. I mean, the moment that you begin to realize that, look, these are these are the obligations. Then that's the point. There is no particular age. You know, some people even go to the extreme sometimes and think, well, look, the Rasul Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam became again prophethood at 40, and therefore 40 is the ideal age to be able to start doing something. This is not the case. Others may say, well, look, once I do my my Hajj and I become a Haji, then maybe that is the time. I'm a pure soul, and therefore that's a time to be engaged. But I think the key point in all of this is to know that none of us knows how long we will remain in this world, and that we are all going to die, and the age, and that is the unknown that nobody knows except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And it's important for us to realize that every day that goes by is one day less in our life and one day closer to meeting our maker. And therefore, what it is that you can do now is you need to do. You need to start. You need to be able to make that effort. You need to be able to make that decision and have that sense of resolve and begin to do it. So in terms of, is there a specific age for the age of calling as such? No, it's not. But as soon as you recognize that, you need to get engaged and you need to be thinking proactively what it is that I can do. And remember that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not looking necessarily at what it is that you have accomplished, but it's the effort that you make. It's the effort and it's the way that you go about doing things. That's what is going to be rewarded. Of course, what you do, you want to get the best results. But the best results at the end of the day lies in the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I think, as by way of examples, when we look at the life of the Sahaba, we realize that all of them did not live to the same age. All of them, even though they embraced Islam at different points in the prophetic mission, and some of them were given the opportunity to be part of the prophetic movement for a limited period, and some of them were given many years. Some of them outlived the life of the Prophet. So if we take the example of the companion Mus'ab ibn Umair, a young man who in the heart of Makkah, of the message when it was being spread in Makkah, when there was great animosity and against the Prophet and his message, and many of the Sahaba were being persecuted, that's the time that he became Muslim in a very hostile environment. And he was given great responsibility in terms of in terms of delivering the message, and which he did with outstanding results, both in Makkah in when he made the hijrah, and also when he was sent as by the ambassador of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to Medina, where he laid the foundations for the Muslims entry into Medina. Without the efforts of Mus'ab ibn Umair as a young man, Islam may not have spread as quickly as it did. So that's just an example of, it didn't matter. The Prophet could have said, well, look, who is the eldest amongst us? So who is the ones who became Muslim first? Let them play particular roles. But he looked at people, he looked at how talented they were, and therefore he began to, and he accepted the responsibility. So Mus'ab ibn Umair is really a good example of a young person who really took on the responsibility at an early age. But then we have others as well. We had different roles that Abu Bakr played, or that Umar played, or that Uthman played, and that Ali as a young person played throughout the prophetic mission. And then there were many who lived even beyond that. People like Abdullah ibn Abbas, Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, beyond that, to be able to cement that message and to be able to go to different parts of the Arabian Peninsula to be able to share that message, and that is something which was there. So I think thinking about the Sahaba, thinking about what we need to do, but there is no particular age as such. And we just have to, once we realize that, we have to sort of start and get on with things, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you very much.